International law is under attack. There's no doubt about it.
International law keeps coming up among politicians and in the media.
I don't need international law. I'm not looking to hurt people.
What does it mean? And what's even left to protect?
The rules-based order is fading.
International law is the body of rules and principles governing the relations between countries. It sets the standards for human rights, the rules of war, the environment, and even trade through various treaties and agreements.
The power of the legal language is that it helps people suffering from situation of injustice to frame their grievances. It helps mobilize the international community.
And it has worked in the past. It has brought people to justice for war crimes in Yugoslavia and Rwanda. It has peacefully settled disputes between nations through the International Court of Justice. It has even established global environmental cooperation through the Paris Agreement. But today, the mechanisms designed to protect our world are being lost. Violations of international law are becoming bolder, more brazen, and more deadly.
And suddenly, the norm on prohibition on the use of force is no longer relevant, is almost dead. The norm on annexation is almost dead. It's a very dangerous world to be living in.
The issue is that international law relies on state consent and voluntary compliance.
Without political will, international law is not going to help much. Because if there's no political will, it's not self-executing international law. It relies on the will of peoples in its execution.
Mechanisms like the International Court of Justice and the UN Security Council are designed to keep member states in check, but the system has flaws.
There's no preemptive self-defense. So all these arguments by Israel and by the United States do not hold.
Today, international law is at a significant inflection point.
Even with its colonial bias and its limitations, I think the Global South can play an important role not only in exposing this bias, but in restructuring international law.
Yet average people also have a role to play, and one study found that 71% want their governments to do more to enforce international law.
I think when we're pushing our governments, where we're going to the streets to protest situations of injustice, what we're basically doing is trying to push towards governments or officials, to take international law seriously.
The very fact that international law is debated, invoked, and even challenged might be evidence of its continued relevance.
The sanctions that are being imposed on judges in the International Criminal Court, the sanctions that were imposed on Francesca Albanese, the sanctions that were imposed on Palestinian human rights organizations serve as clear proof that international law still matters. Otherwise, we wouldn't see this vicious attack on international legal institutions.